What's going on, my friends? Ulysses back with another video. Now there's a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and that's one of my favorite hobbies to do, and that's play Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I only started playing Dungeons and Dragons a couple of years ago, so 5th edition is more or less what I know. I've had friends that wanted to be DMing or wanted to DM a session, and they did not want to use one of the pre-made Wizards of the Coast modules like Curse of Strahd or Tomb of Annihilation or something, you know, those kind of books. They were like, oh, I don't know what to run, so maybe I should just play today. Maybe you should run. And they would tell me, oh, I'm afraid I'll mess it up. I'm afraid I'll get stuck. I'm afraid that I won't know what to talk about. I'm afraid I don't know how to run the campaign without some sort of source material. I've also heard, I don't even know where to start. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys a couple of tips and tricks that I use when I'm running a campaign that has nothing to do with a module. When I want to do something homebrew, whether it's a one-shot or whether it's a full-blown campaign, I have a couple of different options that I go by. Stay tuned and I'll let you know what they are. The first idea I do is actually quite simple. I actually just ask my players. I ask them what they want to play. Do they want to play something set in the future? Do they want to play something that's fantasy-based? Ask them what they want to do, and that way I know that whatever I come up with based off of what they say to me, they're going to be already invested and already interested in wanting to play that. The next option, on the other hand, you might not want to include your player base in it. You might want to keep it a secret. And one of the things I like to do is I like to take a look at the minis that I have currently available, and I just build a campaign around that. Take a couple player character minis that you may have and a couple of monsters, and just let your imagination go wild. But having the minis there can serve as a baseline for your campaign or your one-shot. Option 3 is one that I came up with quite recently. Since I work at a game store, I often see new board games come in stock all the time. Now, they may be a game that has nothing to do with role-playing, but still have characters and a narrative that's attached to it. If I like that narrative, or if I like those characters, or heck, even if they come with miniatures that I can use, I take those miniatures and I make a campaign out of it. And the final option that I have for you guys today is probably my favorite. I left it for last because it's the one I normally go to when I want to run a campaign. It does also work for a one-shot, but in my experience, it's better with a campaign because you don't rush the details. And that is using my favorite mediums, whether it's a novel that I love, a movie or a television show that I like, or even a video game that I enjoy playing. Don't be afraid to borrow ideas and borrow scenarios. It doesn't matter if you borrow the entire plot or if you just borrow the hook or if you borrow the last encounter. It'll definitely help you come up with your own ideas. I think that'll really help you if you're trying to put your heart and soul into the campaign, because if it's something that you like to start with, you're going to run with it and it's going to not seem like it's jammed, or it's not going to seem like you're taking on someone else's role. You're going to feel comfortable, you're going to relax, and you're going to subconsciously run your campaign in a much smoother way. I promise you. So there you have it. I hope you guys have benefited from this video and you've learned something today. Remember, it doesn't matter what you run. The beautiful thing about role-playing games are that the rules are just guidelines. Do whatever makes you happy and whatever you think your players will enjoy. I really want to know what you guys think. I want to know if there are any tips and tricks that you use to run campaigns and or one-shots. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, it'll help the channel a lot, and consider subscribing for more content like this. This is Ulysses with Snapkey Videos. Hope you guys have a great and safe rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys real soon.